Hey, I'm Sonny Emory, originally from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. I'm a product of the Atlanta public school system. My mother and father were educators in the school system. My dad was a public school band director, and my mom was an early childhood specialist. So I got all my early childhood education from them, and like I said, I'm a product of the Atlanta public school system. I think I came here in love with music already. You know, when I was born, the story is my dad brought the bassinet home and put it right up against the record player, you know. And my dad was a big jazz buff. So I listened to nothing but like Miles and Coltrane and Wynton Kelly, McCoy Tyner, just all the jazz greats. So I heard a lot of great jazz drummers really early in my life, you know. I started playing when I was 4 years old. I was in the elementary school band. When I was actually in the second grade, my dad made arrangements for me to get into the band, because you weren't supposed to be able to be in the band until like, I think it was the fourth grade or fifth grade. I was kind of a child prodigy. Drums was the first love, so now I play a lot of keys too. The very first big gig came from Larry Blackman, actually. You know, he hired me to do a tour with Cameo. I think I was 17, 18 years old. And so that was my first experience really, you know, getting to be on stage with touring professionals, you know. And from there, I got a call to do Jean-Luc Ponty, who's a French violinist. And then shortly after that, I think the one gig that opened up the huge door for me was I got the gig with Joe Sample. And kind of at the same time when that was happening, I was working with Philip Bailey through a friend of mine. I was 21. I grew up dreaming of playing with Earth, Wind & Fire, because I was listening to Bar-Kays, Mass Production, Confunction, you know, Cameo, all the horn bands, you know. So I had a big poster. You remember the All in All poster that Earth, Wind & Fire had? I had that poster on my closet door. The whole experience with Earth, Wind & Fire was beautiful, you know. The first time I went to Brazil, though, was with Jean-Luc Ponty, the French violinist, and that was mind-blowing. Such a beautiful place, you know what I mean? The people are beautiful, food was great. But then in Earth, Wind & Fire, we traveled the world. So like the first tour I did with them was like 18 months long. And we went all over the world, definitely. And one of the most memorable experiences, we played this old theater in Taormina, Italy, which is southern Italy. The weather was beautiful, outdoor amphitheater, made of old like ruins. And the drum riser was backed up against this wall, and right over that wall I could see the Mediterranean Sea, could see the water. And I just remember that night just looking up at this guy going, thank you, God, this is beautiful, thank you for this blessing. So, but I had a lot of memories with them. I did a lot of jazz stuff. When I first got to LA, I was working with Lee Ritenour quite a bit, recording with him. I worked with George Duke and Stanley Clarke, Patty Austin, did a lot of recording with Phyllis Hyman. I don't know if you remember the producer Nick Martinelli. Nick produced all of Phyllis Hyman's stuff back in the day. So I did a lot of stuff with Nick. I did a lot of stuff with Nile Rodgers. I recorded with Chic. And that, through Nile, was the hook. Nile was producing the B-52s project that I played on, you know, and then I also worked with Steely Dan, Aretha Franklin, you know what I mean? So I got a chance to play with a lot of greats, you know, and learned a lot from them. Bette Midler. I'm doing two things right now. I'm touring, presently working with Eric Clapton. I've been touring with Eric for like the last 7 years, and I love that, love being a part of his band. But I have my own band. I have two bands, actually. I have a jazz group, which is called Full Tilt, and that's just kind of jazz fusion. But the group that I'm rehearsing here today, this is Sonny and the Seventh Time. This is like more of a commercial venture for me, more R&B, funk, rock, and I'm actually singing in this. I'm playing still, but I'm doing a lot more singing. So I'm working on both of those situations right now. We got new music coming, got a new single coming out really soon. You can go to iTunes and pick up the last album, which is called Sonny and the Seventh Time. Okay, it's on iTunes, Spotify, all the digital mediums. Then you can catch up with me at sonnyemory.com.